Assalamualaikum to Miss Fatin and everyone. Today, me, Muhammad Ahmad Zikri bin Amran, together with Zuno ID and Nur Hazi Ifan, would like to critique a movie which is My Salinger Year. For the synopsis of this movie is about an inspiring writer and poet, Joanna, who moved to New York to find a job there. Joanna lived with her best friend Jenny until one day, she was asked to find another place to stay. She then found an apartment to live in with her new boyfriend, Don. She went to an interview for a writer and then she was hired as an assistant to Margaret, who runs New York Old Literary Agency. During her time at the agency, there are so many things happen. Joanna's responsibilities include responding to the large volume of Salinger's fans' mail, but she impulsively responds to the mail using her own judgment. She was told that it is wrong to do so by Hughes. One day, Margaret asked Joanna to sell her first book and she was succeeded. She was offered a bigger role at the agency, but she refused because she wanted to pursue her dream as a writer.
Why do you think Judy Blume left?
I'm sorry that I said that.
No, please. I would like to know what you think.
When you met with Judy, did you discuss her writing?
The quality of her writing was never an issue.
Maybe she wasn't looking for the perfect sales pitch. Maybe she just wanted to hear what you thought about the story, what it meant to you. Or if you love books the same way that she loves them.
I'm not sure my love of books was relevant to that discussion.
Maybe it was relevant to her. I know it would be to me.
Joanna? What is it? Has something happened to the agency?
No. Everything's fine. I brought you these and some soup from Manja. I know you like their mushroom barley.
That's very thoughtful. You do pay attention, don't you?
My condolences, Margaret.
I'll pull my socks up. Oh. Judy? It's all over.
Judy?
She's leaving us.
For whom?
Does it matter?
If I were Judy, I would have left too.
Joanna.
Why? Tell me, I'm curious. Why would you leave?
No, I'm really, really sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just sad to see her leave, that's all.
Well, until you can articulate a reason that will enlighten us, you can go back to typing your dictation. And I knew you could do it. I knew it. Come with me. You! Stop doing what you're doing. Max, we're coming into your sanctum. I have an announcement to make.
What is it?
Joanna has sold a story I gave her this summer.
Congratulations.
Not surprised. Good job.
You're on your way.
Of course she is. I knew the moment you walked through the door that you were agency material. Now you can start to build your very own client list. A most exciting feeling for an agent. Isn't that right, Max?
For once, I have to agree with Margaret, yes.
We will celebrate at lunch.
Hope you like martinis.
Oh, it's very different from typing on one of those computers.
Yes.
What do you like to read?
Everything. Laurie, Hammett, Donald Westlake. I just finished A Sentimental Education, and I loved it. It was so contemporary. I was amazed.
Gustave Flaubert, oui, c'est très bien, ma chère, but to be in this field, you'll need to read authors who are alive.
I love Flaubert.
I like Westlake. He's funny. I guess you can start after Christmas. We'll talk about Jerry then.
Ah, Jerry.
I'm sure you've heard that he's crazy or senile. You know, we have some authors who would prefer to be with you, I think, than an old fogey like me. Some people I think you'll like. What is it?
I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful.
You're leaving,
I was planning on talking to you sometime this week.
but you're doing so well. I mean, you have it in you to become a really fine agent. You have good instincts, a good heart.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. My mind's made up. Of course, I'll stay until you can find a replacement.
You have other aspirations.
I do. We just never really talked about anything other than the agency's business.
It's very true.
But I like working with you. I like working here. I really, really do. There's just other things I want to do. And I'm afraid that if I don't do them now, I never will.
May I get you a cab?
Oh, it's such a nice day. I think I'll walk.
It is a beautiful day. You enjoy it now.
Thanks.
Typos still. Salinger is such a stickler for details. I made 2 mock-ups.
Wow.
Do you think I should have made more?
No.
Oh, I think I should have made more, yeah.
Mr. Bradbury, it's going to go very well. Just forget everything that you've heard about Mr. Salinger. I think that you'll find that he's very straightforward. It's important that you just be yourself. I felt lucky to be on the inside.
Well,
I like it.
really. But what do you make of it?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, it's not a kid's book, is it?
No, no. It's about kids for grown-ups. It's about female friendship.
But will adults buy a book about kids? Can I sell it?
Lots of books have child protagonists. Oliver Twist.
This is not Oliver Twist. But you would buy it.
I would. Many people would. There's the nostalgia factor. You know, my entire generation grew up on Judy Blume.
Maybe.
Definitely.
All right. You've had your fun.
For the first positive critical incident, which is apologize. In the scenes, Joanna apologized to Margaret for what she said about Judy Blume. Then, Margaret asked Joanna a reason why she think Judy Blume left. For the analysis, Joanna admit that she made a mistake and offer a apologize to Margaret. The theory behind apologize is effective apologize, show respect and rehabilitate damaged relationship, and forming a foundational part of a positive work culture. The effect of apologize is that all parties can understand each other better and be more open to communicating about the future issues. For the recommendations, if you have hurt someone or made a mistake, you must apologize for the mishap regardless who is the person is. Next, for the positive critical incident 2, which is expressing condolence. For the description of the scenes, When Margaret's lover Daniel passed away, Joanna visits her and brings sympathy flowers and soup to Margaret. And before Joanna go home, she offers a condolence and hug to Margaret. For the analysis, Joanna is very attentive and thoughtful employers. The theory behind this is expressing condolence is important to acknowledge the significance of the person lost, to demonstrate sympathy, and to express a desire to ease their burdens. The effect of expressing condolence is being supportive of a colleague can help maintain a positive work culture that benefits you and your team long term. For the recommendations, when your colleague lost a loved one, express sympathy for their loss and let them know that you are there to support them. The last one for me is the negative critical incident, which is impolite. For the description of this scene, Joanna was out that she too would leave the agency. When Judy Bloom left Margaret's office, Joanna's eccentric behaviors made Margaret feel inquisitive to know why they want to leave. For the analysis, Joanna should not voice her resentment even when she has a bad time at work. Joanna should not interrupt the conversation between Hooch and Margaret. The theory behind impolite is the action of interrupting and saying her resentment was really unprofessional behavior. Every worker need to have a respect and not to act on impulse toward their superiors. When someone impolite, this will bring the effect, which is the respectful behavior and insensitivity can cause conflict and the recipient to experience anger and confusions. For the recommendation, we should always respect the superior and only voice out the opinion when necessary. Self-control is important at the workplace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Ms. Fatin. My name is Nur Haziq Irfan, and I will continue on with the fourth critical incident, which is praising and congratulating. So, on to the scene. Joanne successfully sold her first story article assigned by Margaret. Margaret told her team and everybody congratulates Joanne for her success. Margaret is praising Joanne and wants everybody know about her recent success. She was also being thoughtful to her as an employer. So Gagne and Desai found that when employees feel valued and appreciated, they are more likely to be engaged in their work and to be positive attitude towards their job. So it is important to take note that the way which praises and congratulations are delivered can also be important. It should be specific, timely, and genuine. It should also be related to the employee's efforts and achievements rather than just their personalities or characteristics. So, praise and congratulations can also improve employee morale and job satisfaction. When employees receive positive feedback, it can boost their self-esteem and self-efficiency, which can in turn lead to an increase in job satisfaction. Additionally, praising and offering congratulations can improve communication and trust within a team or organization. It can foster a sense of trust and mutual respect, leading to better communication and collaboration within the team. So, for my recommendation is that take it about the effort and achievement. Link the praise and congratulations to the employee's efforts and achievements, rather than their own personality or their characteristics. Next, the fifth critical incident is bad ethics. In this scene, Joanna was going through a job interview with Margaret to be her new secretary. While Joanne was being interviewed, Margaret was smoking a cigarette, which is clearly a bad ethic. So Margaret is actually being rude here and not being thoughtful towards a future employee when she smokes a cigarette in front of her. In theory, according to a study by the American Journal of Public Health, smoke-free workplace policies have been found to be effective in reducing smoking rates among employees and improving overall health outcomes. So, employees who are exposed to secondhand smoke in the workplace may experience health problems such as lung cancer, heart disease, and also respiratory illness. So, I recommend to implement a smoke-free workplace policy. This can include prohibiting smoking inside all buildings, on the grounds, and in company vehicles. Then for the sixth critical incident is declining an offer. Okay, for this scene, Margaret wanted to promote Joanne to a new position, but instead Joanne has other plans, so she declined her offer and wanted to quit her job and pursue her dreams of becoming a famous writer. So Joanne declines Margaret's offer politely. Margaret is also being understanding of Joanne's choice in my analysis. But according to Desai and Ryan, declining an offer in a workplace is the theory of self-determination, which emphasizes the importance of autonomy, competence, and relatedness in motivating behavior. The study it was in 2000. The effects is that if an individual declines a job offer, the organization may need to spend additional time and resource searching for a suitable candidate. If an employee declines a promotion, it may have an impact on the team or department's productivity and performance. Also, declining an offer in the workplace can be a difficult decision, but my recommendation is that it's important to handle it a professional and respectful manner.
The critical incident number 7 is emphatic communication. Based on this movie, the bellhop says to the Joanna, "It's a beautiful day, enjoy it." It's a form of small talks that is used to create a sense of connections and establish a positive social environment. Trostberg in 2018 stated, emphatic communication is a subcategory of language use that concerns the establishment and the maintenance of the social relationship rather than the transfer of information. The effect from the critical incident is positive effects include building the maintenance social relationship, creating of sense of belonging and community, and reducing the social tension. As the recommendation, use the emphatic communication to create a positive social environment, for example, jokes, compliments, and friendly language. The next critical incident is gesture and eye contact. The scene shows the communicating between Mr. Bedford shows a book cover mock-up and asks Joanna opinion about it. The gesture and the eye contact between Mr. Bedford and Joanna while communicating. The studies from the Ugly 1988 shows the eye contact and indicate the interest, attentiveness, and the adjustment in the conversations. In it also indicate the confidence and trustworthiness. The recommendation from the critical incident is to use the gesture to enhance and reinforce the verbal message. The gesture is to emphasize important points and to indicate emotions or attitude. Avoid using too many inappropriate gestures as they can be distracting. The last critical incident is expressing opinions and ideas. Margaret asked Joanna about the books. Joanna expressed the idea describing a book is about a child book and have a nostalgia factor. Aspect of communication that can take many forms. It is important to use the clear and well-reasoned arguments to support one's opinions and to consider and respect the perspective of others. The effects from expressing opinions and ideas can foster a health on productivity group dynamics, as the recommendations need to be the open feedback and be willing to revise your opinion and idea if presented with a new information or evidence. As the conclusion based on this movie, my Salinger year, We will face many challenges in the workplace as we go through ups and downs. But we must believe there is a solution to every problem. Being a professional, whether we agree or disagree with someone's opinion, never looks down to our existence. Sometimes is a worse method of communication as it will hurt someone's feeling. No matter in what position we are, we must apply all the professional ethics in order to have a successful organization.